What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Broman, aka All Fires. Now, no matter how bad it's ever gotten at Marvel Studios, it's never gotten Lucasfilm bad where they've actually had to cancel a publicly announced film. But if there was a Marvel film that got close to this, it was definitely Blade, where since fall of 2022, we've heard reportedly it's needed at least 5 writers, now settling on Michael Green, the screenwriter from Logan, to finish up the final version of the script. But there was at least one point where it was heavily reported that Blade, Mahershala Ali himself, was ready to walk away from the project. Now, luckily enough, that didn't happen, and we've actually heard from Mahershala Ali probably for the first time publicly in the last couple of weeks with an update about Blade. Is positive. We'll talk about that during this video. We haven't covered it here at the channel. But more interestingly enough was the headlines going around tonight that the director for John Wick wants to take a stab at Marvel Studios' Blade. We're going to talk about exactly what he said because there's actually a great deal of connectivity between him and Kevin Feige, and also confirmed that there have been talks, but he also talked about the status of what's going on there now, or at least what he knows from the outside looking in. We're going to break down his exact quote, what he said about meeting with them for that role, and other things at Marvel, and of course what Mahershala Ali said real recently in his first public statement on Blade, since we've been hearing all these reports for 2 years that he might actually walk away. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. We just announced a winner days ago, and we have a brand new winner coming up for Echo when it drops on Disney Plus in about a week. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so again, this broke late this afternoon on a new episode of the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. This is as re-reported from comicbook.com under the headline, John Wick director Chad Stahelski calls Marvel's Kevin Feige a mentor while confirming Blade talks, where they go on to report, quote, John Wick franchise director Chad Stahelski had some interesting things to say about Marvel Studios, its head guy Kevin Feige, and the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe reboot of Blade. In a new interview with the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Stahelski talked about where his career could be headed next and where he might like it to go. Obviously, with the MCU being one of the biggest franchises and movies out there, Chad Stahelski and his acclaimed background in stunt action seems like a natural match. And to hear Stahelski tell it, there's already a good working relationship between him and Feige to build upon. Quote, look, I've worked for Marvel a bunch and they've been very, very good to me. Kevin Feige, he's almost been a bit of a mentor in the capacity of the advice he was happy to give about how to open up the franchise with John Wick. He continues by saying, quote, of all the things out there, I would take a swing at Blade in a second, Stahelski said. That's the one thing that gets under my skin, like, I'd like to take a swing at that. They continue by acknowledging all of the very public problems that's happened with Blade already, but then continue by saying this, quote, now director Yann Dimanche is stepping up to the plate and taking a swing at it, and it seems like things are getting back on track. So Chad Stahelski knows that the timing isn't right now, but there's always hope for the future. Quote, we've talked about it, but look, they've got a good formula, and they have their thing going, and I think they've got the right people involved with Blade now. I'm not in the inner circle, but we've had talks. Just for whatever reason, things come together and there's a good fit for everything out there. But for what they're doing, they've got a good thing going. But if that thing doesn't work out, in 5 years from now, you'll be on the 4th or 5th reboot of Blade, maybe I can pull Wesley and jump back in. Now, in case you missed the nuance of what he's trying to say, basically this ship has sailed. He may have been in talks about it or offered up that he wanted to do it at one point, but he didn't get hired for the job. Which is absolutely ludicrous to me, because if you're anything like me and immediately you see this headline or hear this news of it, all I can think to myself is, Marvel, find a new project for Yann Dimanche, bring on your boy, and let him direct this movie. Oh my god, are you kidding? He absolutely knows how to make some of the best action movie cinematography that's out there right now, and maybe the timing for Blade wasn't correct, but there's a movie in the Midnight Suns rumored to be on the horizon, and so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and continually throw his name out there and manifest it that he might be lined up to do something like a Midnight Suns crossover film and be in charge of the action there, because I just think that that would be absolutely top notch, and a lot of the action in Marvel Studios work recently has been less than. The other thing I absolutely have to point out before we jump into what Mahershala Ali said limitedly last month, there is not a mile-long line of people willing to join the MCU, and especially not anymore. But this goes back way before Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese dunk on Marvel in the last 5 years. They're really more of a symptom of some of the people in Hollywood who just won't have anything to do with the superhero genre in general, right? And so getting the kind of talent that Chad Stahelski is, right? He is his own pillar of action cinematography in movies in Hollywood and in sort of film zeitgeist right now. Currently, picking him up and getting him to do Blade would be an absolute win on all levels. Like, there's just no way that's bad. Again, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Midnight Suns, Blade 2, something on the horizon. Give it to this guy. Now quickly, we've actually heard from Mahershala Ali for the first time, and since all of these rumors have been out there about how upset he's been about Blade, and it was positive, this actually happened last month when he was talking in an interview with EW about Netflix's Leave the World Behind, and was asked about what was going on with the vampire movie. This was his exact quote: "We're working on it, that's the best I could tell you. I'm really encouraged with the direction of the project. I think we'll be back at it relatively soon," talking about them picking up production and filming during this year. Now, what I will say is that while that didn't reveal much, to hear him say, "I'm really encouraged about the direction of the project," and that's again since they hired the Logan screenwriter Michael Green to finish the final version of the script, which is now in its 5th rewrite, it's at least really good to hear him say that he's positive about the project. Keep in mind, guys, when these guys are on the red carpet promoting stuff, you know, people are people. They can say whatever they want. He doesn't have to say he's really encouraged. He could give all types of answers, and you could imagine that if he was still disappointed about what was going on with that film and still didn't want to do it or was upset about what was going on, that answer would look very different. So the fact that he's encouraged, I'm extremely encouraged and have a little more faith in the film itself. Michael Green did an awesome job with Logan. As long as they keep it R, which we have reported here at the channel has been said by the director Jan Dimanche that it's getting, at least for now. We're hearing it's going to be rated R. I think they've got a good shot of making it an awesome film. That being said, you guys let me know down below, yes or no, should the guy who did John Wick do Blade? And why is the answer always yes? I'm all ears. As always, quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. In fact, we just announced a new winner days ago, and we've got another announcement less than a week away when Echo drops on Disney+. We actually can't do the reviews for Echo literally until it goes live. It seems like it's going live at 9 p.m. and because the episodes are only about 30 to 40 minutes a piece, we are going to do a watch party. It's going to be a long one, but we're just going to pull the long haul here at the channel. If you want to stop by, it'll be great to see you guys. I'm sorry we could not do one for What If. 3 a.m. like I said, Eastern Standard Time. We don't wrap till about 4:30 in the morning. If I'm going to do an Easter egg video, sometimes even later than that, and it just absolutely wrecks my sleep schedule. But we're going to pull the long haul for Echo, so we're going to start the watch parties back up. We're also going to give away PlayStation for that. If you want to be entered to win, super simple, and all the same rules will apply for future giveaways. All you got to do, be a subscriber, so hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with the comment shown on screen and my voice. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter, at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around, we'll be posting again real soon.